Hey folks, Karo here with my first video of 2020. It's been a while. I thought I'd start this year with a video for Summoner's War, a video I promised I would do a while back, in fact in my very first video when I started the channel, which was to go through all my Summoner's War accounts briefly, why I built them and where they're up to. So let's get straight into it. Alright folks, so first things first, this is my main account. This is the account you guys will be most familiar with. I've probably done most of the videos with this account. The reason I do that is because this account is, well, it has the better rune quality, it has the better monsters, the better builds, etc. I've got quite a few Nat 5s. I was actually meant to sort out that before doing that. Alright, not organised again. Before doing the video, just looking at the Nat 5. So this year I've already summoned one Nat 5 on this account. It's Leo, and I've built him a vampire revenge build. So the reason this account would be the one that you're most familiar with, whenever there's been a new thing added to the game, this is the account that I tend to do those things with. Why did I? What is this account's goal? It doesn't really have one at the moment, and that is because I mainly use it nowadays for just helping the guild, etc. And also because I have multiple accounts. And you're going to find out how many accounts I have this evening. It's all coming out now. So the reason I don't have the goal is for that reason. I don't have the time to focus as much on this account as I would want. If I only had this account, to be quite frank, this account should be up in the higher rankings. It should be Conqueror 2 to 3. I've reached Conqueror 2 before with this account. That's where it should be. At this stage of the game, a lot of players struggle to maintain the momentum to play the game because they feel I've got nothing to reach for. What you should be doing at this stage of the game is pushing your rune quality, so aiming to improve your runes bit by bit. And I mean, if you look at like Bastet, when I first built her, she only had plus 120 speed. It's slowly creeping up to where I want it to be. It could still be a whole lot faster. In fact, I'd love to eventually get her to 300 speed eventually. Her accuracy sucks, but that's because I've focused on the Swift build. So it comes down to just continually tweaking and tweaking. So at this stage of the game, I really should be focusing on my arena rank. I have been high before. It's more about that consistency. It's just as hard to do when you got so many accounts. I just got a thing in the most. Oh, it's over here. Okay. Probably the number of arena battles I've done today. Yeah, there we go. So, it just comes down to I've got too many accounts. And this is why, folks, you should not build multiple accounts, because then you sort of don't get there. And as you can see, I've got a lot of energy build up. That's not because I haven't been playing. I've been playing every day. It's just that all these events, I'm accumulating so much spare energy. And I'm having difficulty chewing it through it all because I have so many accounts, as you will discover. My favourite, probably the thing to talk about this account is I didn't get a Nat 5 in this account until 18 months in gameplay. So it's taken me a while to get Nat 5s, and as you can see, I've gotten a lot of Nat 5 since then. My first Nat 5 for this account would be Poseidon. So he was the first Nat 5 I was able to obtain. Not the first Nat 5 I've ever obtained, and I'll talk about that soon. But he was the first Nat 5 I was able to obtain. Let's look at the storage for my monsters, because I've got a few 6 stars there as well. Some of these I regularly use, some of them I do not. So I've still got a few to build. I want to finish building him. I've got her to build. Over here, I've got Chloe still to finish off. I've got the 2 Joltans that I'd like to build up. One's very close to be second awakening. Shouldn't take too long. In fact, some of these 4 stars can go back into storage where they belong. I'm loving the light Neo Stone Agent since her buff. That's brilliant. But yeah, so as you can see, I've got a few Nat 5s in this account built. Alright, let's jump over to the next account. Alright, so this is my second account. What I did forget to mention about my main, it's on the Asia server. This is my second account, also on the Asia server. Why did I create a second account on the Asia server? Well, the reason I did that was because I started a guild earlier on when I started playing. I was a part of a different guild, something to do with unicorns, I think the name was. Rainbow unicorns or something like that. And I found they didn't work as a team. We never won matches. It got frustrating, so I quit from that guild and started my own. And this guild, obviously, when you start one, you need players. I wasn't getting very many, so I went quickly, make an account. And that was a blunder that I made, and I'm still feeling the ramifications of that blunder in this account. So this account, I rushed. And I rushed both in getting 6 stars, and I rushed in the rune quality. So, like, you look at that rune quality on my Theo is terrible. It's just horrible. So there's a lot of stuff I need to look at in fixing this account. +5 speed, that's terrible. Some are decent, some not so much. So there is a lot to be done in making this account a whole lot better. So I did rush it. And as I said, the main reason I did that was to just make a second account. Now, this account, for Guild Wars, this account was also the account that I summoned my first Nat 5. And again, roughly 18 months. It was literally the day before my main account summoned its first Nat 5. And the first Nat 5 this account summoned was Okeanos. There he is. I was very ecstatic. I was over the moon. It was late one night. My wife's trying to, calm down one of their children. It was our firstborn? No, second-born child, I think. Second-born child. And yes, it was. It was second-born child. And I'm thinking, oh my god, I got a Nat 5. She's like, shh, I'm trying to settle the baby. Anyway, so yeah, so that's, and some of these, I don't think this guy's ruined. No, he's not. So I need to go back and fix some of these guys. Some of these guys don't even have runes. This account has lots and lots of Nat 5s. I think it's probably got the most. Very ecstatic when I got Zaros. There's a video with him in one of my summoning videos I did. Let me know in the comments section below if you want to see me do those summoning videos again. If not, that's fine. I got dupe Ganymedes here. Dupe Ganymedes, one's violet, one's swift. I've got a Tiano who's not built at all, so I need to get onto that. I've got all the phoenixes. I have 3 Skogels, all built. I did 3 Skogels because I wanted to have a Skogel arena offense, and it's quite funny to watch. You would have remembered me summoning this guy. He's in one of my summon videos. My most recent Nat 5 for this account this year is a dupe Vanessa, which I've also built. So, there's a lot of Nat 5s I've summoned here. I did rush this account. What is this account's goal? To be honest, to try and finish TOA hard. I just haven't focused hard enough. I've got some decent mons for that now. Actually also summoned this year Beth. I summoned her this year as well. There's a few monsters in the storage. Here you go. So, not as many as my main, but there's still some there. What I also found with this account is I avoided building Nat 4s and Nat 3s I'd built in my main, and I'm not doing that with some of my others. But yeah, so I built this one. I rushed it. I'm still feeling the effects of rushing this account today. Yeah, it's definitely an account which I could work harder on and I could improve a lot more. But when, I'm nowhere near that, because guess what, I have multiple accounts, and it means my attention's focused around. I mean, I've got multiple devices, I sometimes do auto, but you'll understand, and you might say, this guy's really addicted based on the number of accounts he has. Anyway, let's move on to the next account, and I'll discuss that one. Alright, on to my third account. and it's also in Asia. So this is what I often refer to as Rage, is the name of the account. I built it again, a mixture of reasons. I built this one because of the guild, so I needed more accounts. This was a little bit after my second account was created. It was a pretty easy account to build, actually. I found it a lot easier and without rushing to build this account. As you see, I've got a few nat 5s here as well. Some nicely built, some not so nicely built, but you know, it's work in progress. Double Bolvex, like my mate. I just haven't got the Amelia. The reason this was easy is because I got this guy quite early on in the game, and it helped build the account up. The Yanka is a fantastic farming monster. I actually think this is a better account than my second account because I didn't rush it. Some of the rune quality is a lot better. I mean, that Tiana is 150 plus 150 speed, much better than some other builds I've done. I'm currently working on making this a HP cry damage HP as opposed to HP cry rate HP. I've got a decent violent rune storage to put on there with plus 24 cry rate on rune slot 1. I've been quite lucky in this account with some of my summons. I actually love this guy. A lot of people think this guy sucks, and I actually like to use him a lot in Arena and RTA. I should do a video about that. I'd love to summon a Josephine to partner with him in this account, which I haven't got. I got this guy this year for this account, so a dupe Wind Monkey, which I'm going to build. At the moment he's got some violent runes on him, but I actually want to put him back on Despair. I want him on Despair. So this account's goal is to work on my dungeon teams, because my fastest dungeon team is terrible. Is terrible. I just didn't have the right creatures. I finally was able to summon a Galleon in this account. I have awakened in the 6-star. I just haven't put runes on him because I've got no runes to put on him. But my goal is to speed up my Giants team and my Dragons team, because at the moment there's still about 2-minute teams here, even though it's better than my second account, which can do the Dragon and Giants faster than this account has. Again, overflux of energy, because funnily enough, I don't wish it. But this account is better, I find, in arena matches than my second. It's also better in RTA than my second. But a good fun account. I use it again. Mainly I've done it for the benefit of my guild. Alright, let's move on to the next one. So this account I often refer to as my baby account. Again, it's on the Asia server. Now you could think, oh, he built that again to help out his guild. Actually, no, I didn't. I built this account as a bit of a curiosity killed the cat type thing. I built it because it was just after they'd updated the new players and what they receive as rewards through doing the scenario. You didn't get many summons when my first, second and third accounts were created, but this one you did get a few more. So that's why I started building this account. And as you can see, I've got a few nat 5s, including Samath, Praha, Nerial, Wusa, Okeanos. So, you know, I was very fortunate in this account when I started building it. Very fortunate also because it was an account that I did summon one of my LD nat 5s. I've got 2 LD nat 5s I've summoned, and it's all the way over here. Alexandria. I finally finished putting all the skill ups into her, so I'm pretty happy. I've got a few other nat 5s I'm trying to get my up to building. So as you can see, I've got a few things there I'm currently working on. What was my first nat 5 in this account? That's a very good question. I can't remember. Normally I'm pretty good with that, but I honestly cannot remember what was my first nat 5 in this account. I actually think yeah, Samarth I did summon quite early on, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was Samarth. So I built this one as a curiosity to see how easier it is for newer players to the game now than what it was like when I started playing. I do use it for the guild. I do think it's even better than my second account again. But yeah, so that's this account in a nutshell. Alright, so this is account number 5, also on the Asia server. This account I'm probably not as serious about play-wise as some of the others, as you can tell by the amount of energy I have in the right top right there. I do log on daily. I do some of the things depending on the some of the events. First snap 5 for this account was Brandia. I have not built her at all. Given her some of the worst runes possible. In fact, you would know this account probably. You're probably semi more familiar. This is the New Start account. So this is an account I created purely to do that New Start series. I never finished the New Start series because the views I noticed petered off near the end. So obviously I think people got what they needed and they didn't watch or continue, or maybe it was just boring to view. Leave me a comment in below if you want to see me finish the series, although it's going to be interesting now. I have summoned since then a Pungbeck, and he's a very useful monster, by the way, guys. Never underestimate him. And Sierra, who I'm currently busily working on, giving her some semi-decent runes. So I'm currently skilling her up, so she still has 2 more skill ups, and then she's done, thankfully. So she's been brilliant. Goal for this account, when I'm focusing on it, is purely rune quality. So I'm farming B9 regularly because this account cannot do B10 very well. Can I just say though, this guy makes a world of difference when doing dungeons because of his passive. If you can make him fast enough, you're laughing. He's still got a lot of skill ups to do, but with his passive it prevents him dying, and therefore he's able to get through some of the areas that you might struggle normally with. So Karo is a fantastic monster. So in an early game situation, if you ever summon this guy, definitely build him as your farmer. You'll be laughing. He just makes things so much easier. It might take a bit of time, but he'll make things so much easier for you. And now with the rune quality that you get from the vampire reward, etc., he's very easy. So I didn't make this to help the guild. I do use it on the occasion to help the guild, namely in the labyrinth. But I built it for the New Start series, and I check in regularly, and I do some of the things. So at the moment in the event, he's up to 80 points out of the 90 you need to finish the event. So yes, so this is account number 5, and it's on the Asia server as well. Oh yes, it continues. Account number 6. So this account isn't on Asia. So I've done all. So first 5 accounts are all on Asia. So technically, this isn't an account. It is one of those 5 accounts on an old server, and I'm not going to say which one it is. But this one is on the European server, and the reason I made this one originally was to just have a bit of fun, not having responsibilities of a guild, being a part of a guild, but not having the responsibilities of leading a guild, you know, starting guild battles, starting guild siege. And also to do a bit of an extra challenge. Now the challenge is, if we get away from those nat 5s at the front here, as you can see, a lot of my monsters at 6-star level are light darks. Now I actually have to thank Jew Bagel as my inspiration for this one. He had one of his accounts, or servers I should say, is just total light dark. I thought I'd do that. Looks like fun. So hence the reason I've never gone, this is my light dark account, let's do a series about it, because he's doing that. And that's copying, and that's not my style. I have shown this one on the odd occasion, but only on an odd occasion. So this account is the light dark account, so to speak, except I'm not as dedicated as him. As you can see, I got some nat 5s built, and the reason I did that is because I don't like wasting nat 5s. I can't waste it. So I've got a few Nat 5s. I'm quite lucky. My first Nat 5 for this account was Charlotte. I actually got her from a wish, so that's how I got Charlotte. But I got Shihu, I got Beth, I got Lianka, best farmer in the world. Chiwu, he's pretty cool. I like Chiwu. Charlotte, obviously, I love Xingze. So, I got some decent Nat 5s. I've actually got a couple of others I'm still building. I've got no runes yet, I think. Yeah. One rune, not even upgraded at all. On my Sickmet, and I've got Juno yet to be awakened. I can awaken it, I might as well do that now. I've got a Juno, I'm awakening now, to build, and also this is where I got my first Light Dark Nat 5, which by the way was after I'd well and truly worked on this account. This was a while. I only just got this guy last year. He's fantastic. He's awesome fun to play with. Not the best runes again, but still, it's good fun. Yeah, so I built this one as a bit of a way to get away from the responsibilities of guild leader. I love my guild mates on the Asia server, but I love to have a bit of a breather. And, I still got a few monsters to build. As you can see, Light Darks, there's plenty there to do. I come in there and I dibble dabble. Again, the spare energy is mainly because the number of accounts I have and just time frames. I work full time, by the way, folks. So I am a full time person. I do work full time for an organisation. See, a lot of my Summoners War accounts sometimes at stages do get a little bit left behind. This is one of them, I'm afraid to say. But again, got all the energy I've still got to deal with. I guess the thing to bear in mind is, it's again something I do for fun, etc. And this is why I do crystal summons. Actually, is because I just don't have. A lot of people will tell you don't do crystal summons. You'll need them for energy reboots, reboots, etc. The reason I don't do that is because I just don't have the capacity to use that for energy. So I do it for summons. And a lot of these are crystal summons. In fact, that Juno I just awakened was a crystal summon. So this is account number 6 on the European server. The goal, I should say, the goal for this account is to speed up my giant team again. That's really it. Alright, on to the next account. Alright folks, so on to account number 7. Again, this is not an account, it is an alternate server on one of those 5 accounts on the Asia. Again, I won't say which one. This is actually on the China server, and the reason I created this account was because I summoned a Nat 5 when this account was only a level 1, and it was a Nat 5 I've been after on my main for ages. I finally got him this year on my main, which is Leo. So to quickly put in perspective, why this account? So every so often, Com2Us will do these events where all you have to do is log in and you get rewards. And those are the times where I'm stupid and I jump between accounts because, I like summoning. So I grabbed the free scroll and just summon, and I did that for this account, and out popped Leo, and I was like, oh, I have to build. Now, don't get me wrong, I have summoned Nat 5s in these other types of vaults on a different server, and I haven't built it. I know that one somewhere has got a Chiwu, another one has Water Polar Queen. Is that Alicia? I can't remember the name. This one I got Leo though, and I was after Leo for such a long time. I went, I better build it. So I have, and I've been lucky in this account again. I've had Poseidon for a while. I've summoned this guy this year, Akianos. Already went straight away into building him as quickly as I could. Still could be better rune quality. I summoned this lovely lady late last year. Her accuracy needs improving. So again, I've got a few Nat 5s. Got very excited when I summoned Sige. So very good fun. The goal for this account is to finish TOA normal. That is it. That is my main goal. I am a part of a guild, so I do play regularly on this account on a daily basis. You can see I've still got a lot of energy there. Ooh, speaking of crystals, I got a crystal summon I can do. Might as well do that now. I've got 2 summons actually. I've got Crystal. I bet you'll get you. That's fine. That's fine. Crystal summon. There we go. You shouldn't do that, by the way. You shouldn't do that. Anyway, but I did anyway. So yeah, so this is my 7th account. It's not as, I guess, a priority as some of my other accounts are when it comes to playing. But I do log in daily. I do play, and so hence the reason I have so much energy spare at the moment, the events, and why I do crystal summons. But yeah, that's all 7 of my accounts.
Hey guys, so thank you for watching, staying tuned for the video. Please use the comment section down below to tell me what you want to see in future videos, what content you'd like, whether you like the summoning videos, for example, back. I stopped doing them a while ago, but I'm happy to do whatever you guys can make suggestions for. Also, if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them as we go along, regardless of what the questions are. So leave them in the comments below. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next video. My intention is to try and get 2 videos out a week. One for Summoners War and one for Dungeon Hunter Champions. So stay tuned. I'll be very much getting back involved in my channel. Alright, catch you in the next one. Karo signing off.